Hello everyone, and welcome to the Moving Forward podcast. My name is Rabi, and I'm here with Andy Lamrock. Hello, Andy.
Hey, Rabi, and how about that? Episode 20. That means 20 weeks we've been doing this.
Yep, it's been a while, an episode a week. I think we've set up kind of a sustainable schedule for us over here. It's not really too difficult to do an episode a week. I think we started this very smart, so I think we can keep going with this.
All right, it's good. 20 weeks of COVID, and we're still coming up with all sorts of new things. So what have you got for us this week?
There you go. So our topic for today is Nvidia announcing its next generation RTX 30 series of graphics cards. Based on the new Ampere architecture, the three new cards being announced that has been announced today, the RTX 3090, 3080, and 3070. So now I visited the website, and you can't really buy them yet, as the 3080 being available on the 17th of September for, and this is Australian dollars, 1,139. The 3070 is going to be available in October for 809 Australian dollars, and the 3090 is going to be available on the 24th of September for 2,429 Australian dollars. Now, most of us who are looking to upgrade their GPUs are looking very closely at the 3080, because the 3090 seems to be oriented towards content creators such as animators, researchers, and it just sounds like being oriented towards more commercial users. It is a hefty price for someone who's only planning on doing gaming. Now, I am very excited about this because Nvidia claims that the RTX 2070 is faster than the 2080 Ti, which is currently priced at about $1,800 Australian dollars. So these prices might seem expensive, but in comparison to what we have already, it's pretty good deal. So if you've waited so far to upgrade your GPU, the time has come. But I would say it is safer to wait for these cars to fall in the hands of reviewers, so we can have more real life representation of what these GPUs can do. Because a lot of time at the moment we only have first party data or information. And I think until we have second people who do this kind of reviews and performance testing for these cards, they can give us a better idea of how powerful these cards are. So Andy, I'm not sure if you use a desktop and might want to upgrade, but we do understand that GPUs not only play a great role in the life of gamers, but also impact other areas of technology, such as autonomous driving. Tesla is known for their powerful GPUs that process the videos coming from the onboard cameras, which help their system see the environment around the car. Would you be interested in trying one of these cards, and which one seemed more interesting to you?
Another gamer's angle here, Rabi. So you're definitely pressure testing me here. However, I know a little bit about GPUs, not a lot, enough to be dangerous, but I think it's important to note that GPU development is really quite interesting. And as you said, a good reference point there to Tesla, right? Using imagery and multi-threaded computations to create an autonomous vehicle environment. So I think the important thing here is what we've been seeing, particularly over the last sort of 5 or 6 years, is that move away from CPU, single-threaded, fast clock type computing to multi-threaded, because we wanted to embrace graphics.
Yeah.
But more importantly, though, is that when we think about artificial intelligence and machine learning, having that multi-threaded environment and being able to process those algorithms on a GPU is really what's leading to advancements in deep learning and the science that goes into building autonomous cars. So I think this release is really critical. Now, you've given us lots of prices, points and things like that, but I guess, what are we getting for those prices? What is the step change that Nvidia has created with these new GPUs? I know that, that's going to be a critical thing. If I'm going to spend $2,500 putting a new GPU in my desktop, which I don't have, by the way, what am I going to get for that? So what's the step change that they've created here?
So I think what's great about this, so this is the second generation of the ray tracing technology, which is just a technology that they've introduced where the GPU has its own processing of reflections that makes it really realistic. Um, and so the first generation, which is I mentioned the RTX 2080 Ti, which is a very expensive GPU, even now. If you turn on ray tracing using that card, you're not going to get a lot of FPS. You're not going to get a lot of frame rate. If you're playing games where you're playing it competitively, you need the high frame rate. So the second generation, obviously improves that. So now people are able to play with ray tracing turned on and have higher FPS. And also the fact that they said that the RTX 3070 is faster than the RTX 2080 Ti, if that claim is true, that is an insane improvement. The 2080 Ti is the top of the line RTX, RTX 20 series and really expensive card. So when you give me a card for 800 Australian dollars that is faster than a card that's currently at about $1,800 and you can find it at more than $2,000 as well, that is a great step in performance and great step down in price. And I think gamers are going to be very happy about this. Also, Fortnite, which a lot of us younger generations play, um, is turning on RTX. They're enabling RTX on their game soon. And I think whether or not people will want to use that technology, I think competitively no one would, but whether or not you would want to use it for the quality of the picture, it is a great step forward, and the price you pay for it is not really that hefty in comparison to the prices of GPUs over the long run. And look, personally, I have a 1080. It is there is an upgrade due at some point, and I think it's about time. And I think I'm looking very closely at the RTX 2080, and I think it might be my next GPU just because of the improvement in performance and the price that I believe is fairly reasonable.
So it's pretty cool. Like if you think about it, good detail there. It sounds like Nvidia is really smart here.
Mm,
Not only have they made a step change in the technology,
yeah.
they've got a a retail type product that is obviously going to be perfect for gamers, and obviously, the whole gaming space is accelerating. It's a marketplace in itself. It's an industry in itself, should I say?
Hmm.
And and so that's fantastic. We're going to see richer, more fidelity in the games, more realism, etc. Because we've got all of these new speeds at a really good entry price. But then I flip it on the other side, and then you've got the big 3090, right? It's just
Hmm.
clearly it's built for those big commercial applications. So
Yeah.
you know, I see this as being a great accelerator of what we're doing, particularly around AI,
Hmm.
machine learning, and deep learning um, type analytics
Yeah.
and processing to continue to advance, obviously, that artificial and environment or user cases like the autonomous vehicles. So it could accelerate those things. Robotics in manufacturing lines, just being able to have that high fidelity, quick multi-threaded processing happening can lead to a lot of opportunity there. So exciting times.
Absolutely, and especially we've during the live event that was literally at 3 or 4 a.m. Australia time. They mentioned how their GPUs are being used in combating COVID and in analyzing the data that's collected about COVID. So it's not only for gamers. Clearly, there's a lot that would improve at that hinges on the improvement of our GPUs. And it's exciting to do the competition. AMD, I'm looking forward to see what AMD is going to come out with. And I'm looking to see how this is going to impact the new PlayStation and Xbox that are coming. Clearly, this is going to maintain the strength of desktops. So again, yeah, absolutely exciting times. I'm looking forward to see what's happening. But that was episode 20 of the Moving Forward podcast. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Andy, for joining me. Until next time.
Pleasure. Don't forget to smile, everyone.